So a bit before SmackDown tonight, we got news of WWE releases. The list was an internal memo picked up by Fightful Select Sean Ross Sapp, which included the names Katana Chance and Kayden Carter, Braun Strowman, which is very shocking. I think we all wanted to see Braun Strowman do some kind of interaction with the Wyatt Six. He has been released. Again, such a shame. He's gone through an entire year recently of just dominant matches with people like Bronson Reed, Jacob Fatu, really solid performances. So it is surprising to see him be released. Dakota Kai, someone we thought was going to factor into that women's intercontinental title scene really heavily, has been released. We heard the other day how she was frustrated, but now fully released from WWE. Absolutely shocking. Shayna Baszler was also included in that memo. Someone who I think WWE never truly utilised to the best of their capacity, because Shayna's an absolute beast in that ring. And I think Shayna could be a very dominant force if given the creative to do so. So it's a real shame we'll not see that in WWE. Then we would get names coming out from NXT one by one. Eddy Thorpe has been released. A bit shocking considering he was on the graphic to be in the Battle Royal this coming Tuesday. Riley Osborne, someone who's super talented. Again, we haven't seen him factored into NXT TV since the breakup of Chase U. So maybe they just don't have anything for him, but Riley Osborne has been released. I think really shocking for me, Gigi Dolan. They've only just started up the Chemical X faction with like Gigi, Tatum and kinda Shotzi, but no, they're scrapping that. Gigi has been released. Cora Jade, now that's a name I really didn't expect. I thought after Stand and Deliver with Roxanne walking out on her, there's a very easy storyline between Cora and Roxanne. Don't even want to try and explore it. Cora hasn't been seen since. Cora has been released. Jakara Jackson from Metaphor was also included on this list, which is really shocking considering they just done the segment on Tuesday where Metaphor reunited before amicably breaking up and going their separate ways, and Jakara completely going a separate way now as she's been released by WWE. During SmackDown, PW Insider confirmed Gallus have been released. Very shocking because we heard that they trained The Rock for his match recently. And what? Like, you trust them to train The Rock, but you don't try and give them an opportunity on the main roster? I don't get that. It always does suck to see releases in WWE, especially if your favourite is one of the names listed tonight. Now, honestly, I wish nothing but the best for every single person on this graphic. I'm sure every single one of them can make a huge success outside of WWE if they choose to. But I'll straight up say it, I really hate the choice of doing these budget cuts, talent releases, non-renewal contracts, whatever you want to call it, just before a wrestling show, especially a WWE wrestling show. How are you supposed to pay attention to the show when you're worried about other superstars, potentially your favourites, getting cut from the show? Of course you're going to pay attention to social media. Of course your energy is going to be low. A quick edit addition, because I don't want to leave someone out when we know this before I post the video. Oro Mensah has also announced he has been released by the WWE. He made the announcement pretty much as the women's main event of SmackDown was taking place. This is things you might have missed from WWE SmackDown. If you don't mind, hit the like button on the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. So SmackDown started off tonight with Damian Priest getting into it with Jacob Fatu. This would bring LA Knight to the ring and Damian Priest confronting him. LA Knight obviously wanted his rematch last week at the US Championship. Gotta say, I really do like the fact that they didn't pretend like their match wasn't already made on social media. And I love the fact that they said, hey, we're meant to wrestle later, but why wait? The fans don't want to wait. Let's do it right now. And that's exactly what they did. First match of the night, Damian vs LA Knight, ended in a disqualification as Solo Sikoa would attack both Damian and LA Knight. As they took care of Solo, though, a wild Jacob Fatu would come down, dominating and taking out both. I love the speculation online that we could be setting up for Jacob versus Solo at the first two-night SummerSlam. That's distinctly possible, you know. We'd get tag action tonight as the new team to SmackDown, Fraxium, would take on Pretty Deadly. Gotta ask the question, though. Did Mark Nash announce Elton Prince as Ethan Prince? Oh, boy. There was a very scary moment in this match, though, as the referee would count 2 refusing to count the 3 as Elton Prince failed to kick out. Now, it was a shooting star press from Nathan Frazier. Not very clear whether it was his knee or his wrist that connected with the head of Elton Prince, but there was blood. He was busted open. Hopefully not as severe as a concussion, but definitely something a lot of people noticed on social media. Fraxium would win this match. I don't think this was an audible. I feel like this would have been the plan. They are the new team, obviously picking up momentum on the main roster. And a great reaction for them tonight again as well. For the first time in over 1,000 days, Aleister Black was on SmackDown to wrestle a match tonight. Versus The Miz, it served as a really good reintroduction to Aleister Black. In case you wasn't watching WWE when he was here before, you now know what he's all about, and he looked awesome. He was successful, he defeated The Miz, and then we got the tease for the match with Carmelo Hayes. We thought last week that this could happen, and they set it up immediately after Aleister was able to beat The Miz, so I like that. I have to question this one though. Before the match, The Miz did a backstage segment with Carmelo Hayes, and he said about the fact he's awesome, he's been here for so long, and he's outlasted all these other people that have come and gone. And I just think, on a day you're doing releases, is that really a promo segment you want to include on the show? It just screams very tone deaf to me. Like, yes, it totally fits the story of Aleister Black, who got released, has now come back to WWE, and any other week, we probably wouldn't even double think it. But the fact they did releases just a few hours before this segment, ouch. Zelina Vega was successful tonight, defeating Piper Niven in genuinely a very good match. Gotta give props though to Chelsea Green. Look at her in full funeral attire. She is mourning the loss of her Women's United States Championship. I need to ask the question though. Why has WWE put a screen in front of a screen? Why not just use the original screen? What is that about? It also seems like B-Fab and Mishin are going to go towards the Women's Tag Team Championship. So on the same day that WWE have ultimately demolished a lot of the women's tag teams, it does look like they've got some kind of plan going forward at least. It is official for Backlash. Jacob Fatu will defend his United States Championship against Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, and LA Knight in a fatal 4-way. They totally were teasing Solo betraying Jacob though, wasn't they? I'm so intrigued on when these two are going to break up. They've been sort of teasing it now for a while with Jacob stopping the whole I love you Solo thing. Wonder when it's going to be, maybe at Backlash. As we prepare for next Saturday, and one last time, John Cena versus Randy Orton. Randy Orton tonight on SmackDown would declare John Cena is just the next legend he has to put down. A really good promo from Randy tonight as he would say John Cena is just the shiny new toy for the ultimate puppet master to play with. A nice little dig there maybe at The Rock. R-Truth would then mock Randy Orton saying that John Cena is going to beat him at Backlash. R-Truth still totally in denial about the ways of John Cena in 2025 and playing a mark following his childhood idol. Honestly, it's a great storyline. Never change, Truth. Never change. Yes, you're not going mad. Originally, Cody Rhodes was advertised for this SmackDown. However, all advertisement for him for this show was removed just yesterday. Now, obviously, we heard last week that Cody was going to take some time off. He is next advertised for WWE May 16th episode of SmackDown. Rey Fenix would defeat Santos Escobar tonight. Again, a very good showing for Rey Fenix. Potentially my match of the night. Very entertaining. The match was made after Escobar would mock Rey Fenix for losing his debut match at WrestleMania, talking about the fact Rey Mysterio was out. So now Santos Escobar should be like the greatest luchador in WWE that all the other luchadors look up to. Tiffany and Nia came face to face tonight, and Tiffany did say that she would give Nia a rematch, but before it could happen, Naomi would come out. Naomi absolutely cooking Tiffany and Nia, saying not only will I throw you on top of a car, I'll throw you underneath one. And then, yes, that would bring out Jade Cargill, and the brawl was on. With a wink to Teddy Long, Nick Aldis would make it a tag team match, player, as Tiffany and Jade took on Nia and Naomi, with Jade Cargill pinning Nia Jax to win the match. Interesting, because next week a number one contenders match will happen as Jade takes on Nia. Jade certainly wants that WWE Women's Championship, but so does Naomi, who attacked Jade after the match. Will Naomi interfere next week? Could we set up a fatal four-way for the women's title? That's possible. I'm not going to rate this show because it is, in my opinion, the worst SmackDown of the year, but it probably feels like that more because of the releases as well, so I don't think it's fair on the talent on the show to rate tonight. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. I'll catch you next time. Peace!